Good morning.
Good morning.
You're not going to sing after
No, I told her I was going to sing when I started, but I'm not. I won't torture you folks.
He did. Well, he sang to me before we came live, so you guys are missing out.
Yes. Yes. I was playing an old Levi commercial. The old Good Morning World.
Well, sorry you didn't get to hear him sing.
It was marvelous.
So today is fasting day. It's Thursday, so it's a fasting day for us. How was your workout today?
Oh, I lost track of thought there for a second.
You got lost.
I got lost. That's because somebody and Russell. Somebody named Russell logged in. I said, "Wait a second, I didn't just log in. I had to read the last name." But how you doing, Russ? So I did legs today. I had a good workout. I think I went pretty heavy on some things, which was nice. Got everything done. My back was joyful. Happy, joy.
Oh, he was going to sing after all, apparently. So you did okay. That's good.
Yeah,
you had a good workout.
I did.
You told me you were thinking about marketing the whole time, though.
Well, because I do marketing, and I'm just, today was a day. Sometimes when you work out, it's the best time to think. And I kept thinking about different things I want to do for different clients. And
yeah. Well, and you just signed a new client.
And I just signed a new client, which is very awesome.
I know that makes you think when you. Yeah, I get it.
Like what's our move? How do we,
get him started?
Get
quick.
him started.
Yeah.
Show success. That. Absolutely.
Today was a cardio day for me. I did about 30 minutes on the AMT, which I've told you guys is a crossover between a stair climber and an elliptical. So I did that, and then I did about 30 minutes or so, give or take, on the bike.
Right.
And then, so I did that. It was pretty good. It was fine. Got the heart rate up, did what I needed to do.
And then when I was done, I came over and I waved the white flag.
He did. He waved his white towel
I said,
at me.
done, I'm ready to go.
He was done. So talk to me about fasting. How is it for you?
Overall, it's pretty good. I mean, and we've said this to each other already. Sometimes the day before fasting, you say to yourself, "Oh, thank God I get to fast tomorrow," which is, not something I would have said, 3 months ago, 4 months ago, whatever it was. Yeah. It's very interesting. A couple of times this week in particular, the night after, the day after, we actually went and had pancakes. The night before, which we found out was not
enough food.
No, not enough food. Doesn't sustain you. That day was tough.
Yeah.
But overall, I mean, we'll probably eat around 6 o'clock tonight, give or take, and I'm fine waiting for that. Of course, I do have coffee.
Coffee is good. I think for me, it's interesting because when you fast, and I think this is something that people don't realize, is that when you fast, you don't get progressively more and more hungry as the day goes on. That's not how it works. You kind of think about food, especially, and we've talked about Pavlovian eating. So specific times where you usually eat, you think about food. Or if sometimes we'll have almonds sitting on the counter, and I'll walk by them and I'll think, oh, I'll just grab some, and then, oh, nope, it's a fasting day. So there's that kind of little bit of, you have to remind yourself. So this morning when we left for the gym, I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll have some figs. Nope, it's a fasting day.
Right, no figs today.
So
you said to me when we left it would be a good day for coffee.
I did, and I thought about I've told you guys before, I only drink coffee about once a week because I like mine sweet and white, which is not not good for me. So I only do it once a week. So it's a nice treat. And this morning I thought, oh, maybe coffee would be nice on the way home from the gym. Nope, it's a fasting day. So it sounds like it's hard, but it's really not. It's more of a awareness that, if you really feel like, oh, my stomach is gurgling, you can have some bubbly water that can help, or I drink tea, that helps. So I think it's more of that awareness of, oh, I'm not eating today. And that's why I personally find it way easier than dieting. It's so much easier than dieting. Right. Sophie's here and Brandon popped in.
Sophie, Brandon, how you doing?
Fun.
By the way, you still have your sunglasses on your head.
Oh, that's okay. That's fine.
She worked out with her sunglasses.
I did. I totally forgot, and I didn't share this yet, so I have to see if I can share this on our page. But I feel like fasting is easier than dieting, because with dieting there's this constant, I have to be aware, can I eat this? How much of this can I eat? Is this good for me? Is that not good for me? And it's every single day.
Yes.
Like it's not even, you don't even get a break. Where with fasting,
I was like, what's cooking? I forgot I was making coffee.
You're making more coffee.
Right.
With fasting, it's just today.
Right.
And then I don't have to think about it anymore.
Right. Exactly.
So I think that's a real issue, is that with dieting, it's just, I think, more mentally exhausting. And even even if you have one, because there's a lot of options out there for dieting where they send you food or send you shakes or send you whatever. And on their dieting days, they still have all of these, like, take this for energy, take this for whatever. Yeah. And they do detoxes, which I'm not sure a detox is a real thing when it comes to food. What are your thoughts?
I think we should look into that. I thought we saw something in a recent documentary. We said they were talking about detoxing or something and how it wasn't.
Yeah, we did. I read it that it's not actually, your body doesn't need to detox from food or from whatever. Like, it's not really a thing.
It's a made up thing.
Yeah, it's a made up thing, which I thought was really interesting because it is such a big. Go ahead.
It was that documentary, and they're interviewing the woman that has a detox center.
Right.
And what did she say? She said,
"There's no science."
There's no science, and I'm not here to give you science. I think it makes people feel happy, so I do it.
Right.
And that was her whole foundation of why she does it.
Center. Is that she feels like even though there's no science, it makes people happy, and people believe it. And that makes me wonder, as a psychologist, is there a placebo effect? Because if there's no difference in your blood work between before you do a detox and after you do a detox, is it really changing anything? A placebo effect is a real thing.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
That's legitimate, I guess.
Absolutely, yeah.
But for us, that's not what fasting is about. And for us, fasting isn't even about reducing calories. It's about giving our bodies a break to be able to heal. And I showed you when I cut my hand how quickly I heal now compared to what I used to do. So it makes such a big difference for us.
And we had somebody in the gym today say that he only started fasting about a month ago or something.
I'm not sure how far ago.
Not that long ago, and he just got his blood work done, and he's like, he already dropped his cholesterol. I can talk too, by 20 points. So, and he raised his good cholesterol.
That's what it's about.
These are real facts. These are real numbers, real things.
Yeah, and it's not a placebo. This is really doing something. You can see it happening.
Right. And he's not as restricted fasting as we are.
He said 12 to 18 hours typically, and that's all he does. He said, though, he struggles with when he gets done fasting, he's really hungry and he wants to eat everything in sight. Yeah. And I think that's because he's not through that period of teaching your body to burn fat. Because I remember when we were that way too.
Yeah, so eventually he'll get over that, I think. And, he won't have that dire need to
consume, gorge.
Thank you.
Gorge
yourself. We don't want to gouge ourselves.
The science also shows that when you fast, you do typically eat a little bit more the next day than you would on an average day, but it's only about 20% more. So you're still down caloric intake.
And remember, folks, what you're doing is in this process is you're making your body more efficient. So even though you're increasing by 20 calories, your body is going to actually run that through your system faster. The more you do it, the faster your system will become, your metabolism, all that. So.
Right.
I mean,
like I said, for us, fasting is definitely easier than dieting because there's not as much thought, it's not as much mental effort as dieting, and it's sustainable.
Right.
So many of these diets are something you go on and then it's not sustainable. You don't stay on it forever, and then you get the yo-yo weight, which is really, really unhealthy for you.
Yes.
Whereas fasting, I'm stable. My weight is really stable now.
Yeah. Now we're complaining about a pound here, a pound there, but when you really look at it, it's like the range, instead of being here, the range is like here. Which
I think is pretty normal. I think that, my weight fluctuates between roughly 125 and 129 over the course of a week, fasting, not fasting. And you guys know I weigh myself every morning and every night, and I write those numbers down. And I have a chart. I create an Excel chart that shows, and it kind of bounces around, but the line is overall pretty flat.
The top and bottom line go together. And actually, for her, it's the downward trend.
That's what it did originally, and now it's flat.
Now it's flattening out.
Yeah, because I'm not losing weight anymore.
Right. And what we saw and what you've read to me is, darn it.
Oh, did you lose it?
I lost my train of thought.
Oh no, I hate it when that happens.
I laughed and there it went.
Yeah, that happens. It's all right. So anyway, I think that I would love it if you guys would try fasting, intermittent fasting, whether you pick 1 day or 2 days or you do the every other day. There are a lot of options out there, But I think of the things we do, so we do exercise 5 days a week.
Right.
We eat whole food, plant-based diet about 85–90% of the time.
Right.
And we do intermittent fasting 2 days a week.
Right.
If someone was going to pick one to try, which one do you think is the easiest to implement and the most beneficial?
I think in this country and the way Americans are, that I actually believe the intermittent fasting would be the easiest to start first.
I agree with that. I think that the intermittent fasting is the easiest thing to do first.
I believe that for the general public, the thought of all of a sudden saying, stop eating meat, stop eating chicken, stop eating fish, stop eating turkey, no more milk, no more eggs, no more butter. I mean, well, or at least very little. I shouldn't say no more, but, but you know, like, is a much harder concept for folks to wrap themselves around than, you know, and I would say start once a week fasting, you know, and again, when we say once a week fasting, we're not saying don't eat for a whole day. We're saying eat dinner and then don't eat again till dinner. And
then have, you know, a 500 calorie.
And have a 500 calorie.
Or you can eat that 500 calories anytime during the day you want. Yes. We chose dinner because I don't like to go to bed hungry.
Right.
Because I don't sleep well then.
Right.
But that's what we chose. But you can choose to eat it whenever you want.
Right. But just 500 calories. I mean, live fast? Eat fast, live longer?
Eat fast, live longer. We know this documentary, we can't figure it out.
Right.
Eat fast, live longer.
Right. But the person doing it was a British documentary, and the person doing the documentary, it's on YouTube. The person doing the documentaries, his one meal, because he wound up settling with the 5-2 fasting that we're doing, his one meal was bacon, eggs, toast, butter.
In the morning.
I mean, so not what you consider a very healthy meal, but that was his one meal.
Yeah. So that's what we would, if you were going to start with one, I would say that fasting is probably the easiest and you'll get the biggest bang for your buck.
Right.
And fasting gives you more time in your day because you're not eating, you're not making meals.
Right.
So it's a lot, it actually makes you have more time to do other things rather than a lot of, like exercising, you have to find time to do. Eating healthy takes longer to cook some meals sometimes. So I think I agree with you. Fasting is the easiest one. I think it's also the one people are most likely to like really shy away from because it sounds intimidating.
It sounds intimidating, but it's really.
It's not as intimidating as it sounds, folks.
Right.
It's really not.
Yeah.
So that's our thoughts on how fasting is for us. It's not that bad. You just have to kind of ride the hunger waves, drink water, drink tea, drink coffee.
Right.
And it doesn't progressively get worse over the day. You don't get more and more hungry.
And there is an adjustment period.
And it does take several weeks. I would say it took us 6 or 8 weeks
to
really get into the groove of doing it. And so you have to be willing to have that mental energy to focus on that to begin with.
And you've mentioned this in past shows that we've done, that when you have that, when you're fasting on a fasting day and you're like, oh, I'm so hungry, that feeling actually leaves. I mean, it
goes away.
It's initial, oh, I'm hungry, and you think the world's coming apart because you got to eat. And then, you know, a half hour later, you realize, oh, I don't feel that way anymore. So. And
the busier you are, the less your body worries about it.
Exactly.
So definitely. We will come back this evening and show you guys our meal. I have no idea what I'm going to have for my fasting meal today. I haven't decided yet.
And we'll try to pick the energy up in our evening broadcast. I mean,
we realize that on fasting days, our energy on when we do our evening lives, it's kind of like, okay, we're here. Here's what we're doing. Whatever. So we're not as vibrant after a fasting day where we've worked all day as we are in the morning. So we'll try to do better today.
Or maybe we need to just make that one shorter.
Maybe so. Maybe so. But so we'll be back this afternoon sometime. We've been doing it later, so 6-ish maybe?
Probably around 6-ish. I think it's probably the safest bet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. And don't forget that to like our page. I did create a page. I know I'm still broadcasting it here on my my personal page, but we created a page called RnRJourney. Right. And I'm working on a YouTube channel for it where I'm going to post these videos there.
Anybody you believe can benefit from this information. And if you have questions, comments, hi Howard.
He shows up right at the end. All the time.
You know, any information you'd like us to or any tasks you want us to take on.
Yeah.
If it's within our ability to do so, we will. Robin will do the research. And I'll be the eye candy saying, here's what we found out. Oh, I did that before.
Stop. You're so silly. So we'll let these fine people go.
We will.
And we'll see you guys this evening, probably around 6 with our fasting day meal. We'll show you what we're doing, and we'll let you know how today was for fasting. Hopefully it'll be better than Monday was.
Right.
Monday was a tough day.
Right, exactly. And with that, we'll say, eat food, not too much, mostly plants. Have a great day,
Have a good one,
folks.
guys. Bye.